Recording in progress.
Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the Dragons and Art Den. And this is episode 3 of the I Am 2 series. And the I Am 2 series, well, I'll back up. The I Am series was me on my own investigating concepts of I am, who we are, what makes us, etc. And then in I Am 2, I bring in people who inspire me, have sparked me, have tweaked interests in me to talk about these kinds of concepts or even just talk about whatever happens to come up. With me today, I have a very special lady that I have known for quite a while. We've done one or two things together in the past, and this is our first real get together, just the two of us. She is a poet, a teacher, and a practitioner of the old ways, which is something I hope to get into later. And her name is a little bit tough for me. The way it is spelt, the beginning says Mary, and that was my mother's name. So, of course, when I go to say her name, I try to say it that way, but that's not the way that it is said. Because when I asked her, how do you pronounce your name, she told me, and then she said, you can call me Mar. And Mar is nothing like the May and Mary. So, please welcome Mar. And Mar, could I get you to please say your name, how it's pronounced, please?
It's Marynthel.
There we go. Okay, I will get that one day. We will have another one of these, and I will be able to say it. Thank you. Okay, first thing that I would love to get into is your being a poet. And I gotta say, Mar, your poetry...
I've lost your audio, love.
Oh, did you? Okay. Because I still have you. Do you got me back?
There you are.
Oh, whoo! Newbie to this, so crossing fingers. Anyway, so your poetry. I'll just get to the title of the book that you released of your poetry, because it very aptly encapsulates your style and the mood. The name of the book is Whispers from the Shadows. And Mar, if you could hold up your copy, please, so people can see what it looks like. So even with the photo on the front, it just really encapsulates what Mar's poetry is like. It's very mystical. It is introspective. It is inspiring. So with this, Mar, if you could, I would please love it if you could read one of your poems for everyone.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I chose this poem for this time in history. So, gone are fears and silver droplets that fall from red-rimmed eyes. Carried away on the murmurs of ancients, they serve no more. In their place lives something deeper, less yielding, a spark fanned into blazing inferno. We can mourn their passing, but there's work to be done, and it requires steel bones and acid blood. It is time.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay, acid blood. I was not expecting that. That's powerful. Thank you, Mar. Okay. It's interesting. This is the third talk that I've done with third person, and it seems like every time when you guys bring me to tears. So, excuse me as I So with your poetry, you've been writing it for quite a while.
Many years.
And I'd like to ask you, what inspired you to not only write this, but to decide to share it?
This particular poem reminds me of the time we're living in and how important it is for women to stand up and remember who they are and stand in their power.
Yeah, there is a huge theme about womanhood and the beauty of it, and how women are the, guess you could say, the gestators of ideas that we birth and all that. Thank you, Mar. So that brings me to the teachings and the practices that you do, because they are seeming to be woman based. And I'm sorry if you can hear somebody squealing their tires behind me. I apologize for that. I don't know why. I live out in nowhere. Anyway, your practices and teachings seem to be very much connected to womanhood, and also to Celtic
Yes.
practices. So could you go a little bit into these types of practices that you do, that you help others connect to with your teachings?
So I facilitate free women's circles and now a men's circle, which is very exciting. But we started out just helping women remember their power, teaching them that we're not supposed to compete, that we're supposed to lift each other and help each other. That has morphed into priestess training because as the women grew, we also had to grow our curriculum for them. So as far as my practices, it goes into some of the I am. I am a pagan. I am a witch. I'm a wise woman and crone. And I practice the old ways. Very much Celtic based, a lot of druidry, a lot of shamanism mixed in with what I do.
Yeah, I mentioned to a girlfriend of mine that you had a course on bone casting. And she was like, bone casting? What's that? And I'm like, oh, girl. It's like runes, but it predates them, and yet it's so different. So, would you would you mind sharing what is bone casting so that my girlfriend can?
Oh, absolutely. So, bone casting is basically another form of divination, like tarot or anything else. But you have a collection of items, and each item has a meaning. And there are bones included in the kit. So then you cast the bones, and then you have the divinatory reading based on the items and what they mean.
Okay, so for those who are unfamiliar with some of this terminology,
Yes.
what is casting?
Throwing, basically. You just throw the bones.
Like rolling dice.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I have them in a little bowl and I swirl them in a circle, and what comes out for that reading comes out.
Okay, so interesting. I didn't. Do you leave them in the bowl, or do you
Um,
cast them?
the ones that stay in the bowl aren't red.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for indulging me on that.
But in bone throwing, where they land is as important as what the item means. So if two items are on top of each other or where they land on the cloth, those things are all significant.
That's right. That's right. And with the cloth, do you use just a plain cloth, or like with pendulums, you can get those special grids?
Yeah.
Is there special grids for the casting, or is it intuition, cloth placement?
In the beginning, you can use a cloth or even like a paper circle, and it gives you an idea of where the things are landing, what that might mean. I don't use a cloth, a special one anymore.
Okay. Okay. Neat. Thank you very much. And yeah, you speaking about the priestess, the group elevating to that. Unfortunately, at the time when I was invited to join you, life was just so chaotic that no, I just couldn't do one more thing. And it is such a great thing to hear that the group is the circles are elevating like that. And you were teaching in a school online. Is that still happening, or is that a back burner project right now?
No, that's a back burner project.
Okay.
I had three fellow professors who taught in a school of magic.
Okay.
Um, but we had a 1 year curriculum, and then we all kind of went in different directions. So we hope to come back to it at some point.
All right. Well, when you do, I'll have you back on so we can let people know about it and know
Okay.
what's going on, get the word out. And this thing with projects being put off. How long have you and I talked about
Doing
getting?
this.
How long has it been now? Like, has it been a couple of years?
Yeah, probably.
Jeez. So with the flow of thing, and here we are, one step in front of the other, and we've made it.
We made it. Mhm.
um. Oh goodness, I went off on a tangent, and now I forgot the other thing that I was going to ask you about. Oh goodness. So back to the I am. Um. How do I ask this? What does how do I ask this? And I ask it so simply. What does I am mean to you?
That's an interesting question. When you first asked, I have this whole list of what I am. And as I was going through it, I realized these are all things I do. It isn't about who I am. So at the very end, what I wrote was I am powerful, I am magical, and I am blessed. And that's what it boiled down to. I'll show you this entire list of what I am, boiled down to those three.
Yeah, I love hearing the different people and what I am means. And even listening to you right now about the progression of how our I am changes, our perception of what I am is changes.
Yeah.
And I bet you by the end of the conversation, if I ask the same thing, we're both going to be saying different things. Shoot.
Exactly.
So, Mar, I get to enjoy a lot of your poetry online via your personal page on Facebook, because you and I are friend contacts. Is there some place where others can go to read a little bit more, or get a little bit more of samples of what they would find in your book before they go to buy it?
Okay. Well, I'm on Facebook as Waning Moon Spirit as well. That's my company. I'm on Instagram as Deep Forest Magic. And the book is available on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, and through the publisher.
Okay. Okay, if you can send me your links to the Facebook and Insta, everybody, I will provide Mars contact information down in the information box, along with the outline of what we talked about today, so you can get more samples of her poetry, look more at what types of things that she offers, and the link to the book. I think right now I have 2 links that I can provide so that you can go and get a hard copy of the book, which, having a hard copy, I was thinking about it this morning, I haven't done that yet. What kind of hostess am I? But
That's okay.
it is on my wish list now, Mar. Life, you know, it gets away
Yes.
on us. So do you have any plans to do another one?
Actually, I was just going to say, I have enough poetry for another book that I've written since that one was published.
Oh, nice. Okay, so if you,
So
so
it'll be coming.
nice, nice. And when it's coming, or when it comes, you let me know, and I will add that down in the description box too. That's beautiful.
Absolutely.
Thank you. All right.
Thank
So,
you.
is there anything more that you want to share about the things that you provide, and inspirations that you find? Because as a witch, we often find our inspirations in nature.
Absolutely.
Is there any? I'm about to ask, is there any particular place or space that inspires you? But I read your poetry, or I think about your poetry that I've read, and it probably has something to do with a misty forest.
Absolutely. I am a forest girl, for sure. I love the water as well. But yes, for feeding my soul, misty forest, you can't be beat. I meet the old gods there. They seem to dwell there, live in the air, live in the soil. So it's a beautiful space to meet them.
It is. It is. And
Plus, I talk to trees, so
oh, there is a tree that hasn't happened in a little while. I'm kind of sad now that I'm thinking about it. When my husband and I would go on road trips, on the ride home, because it was on that side of the highway, he would pull over so I could go hug my tree and say hi.
love that.
So yeah, I'm very much a tree hugger, tree lover, tree talking, just listening to their whispers. But yes, so you very much come out in your poetry, and you very much take people with you, or at least you take me with you in your words and in your
Thank you.
thoughts. And
That's my goal.
well, really, isn't that our goal? Really, I mentioned this in the last episode, where, well, at least I think I did. Anyway, that our goal is to share and to uplift people and take this little thing that's in us that glows and glimmers and shines and spark others.
It's very interesting. When we first started circles, we went around and said what was important to us. And the thing that I said was that I am tired of making myself small to make other people comfortable. And in stating that and choosing to live that, my life turned upside down. And I now have my own session room at a crystal shop where I do ancestral healing and forest therapy, Reiki, among other things. I'm teaching classes. I'm hosting these women's circles. It's just incredible.
Congratulations, by the way, to expanding it to a men's circle too. That is so exciting, and I'm really interested to find out on how that.
Yes, and they are so thirsty. And they want all the information. They're all it's amazing to watch people awaken.
So, with these circles that you have, Mar, are they open to other people coming and seeing if it's their type of vibe to join in?
Absolutely.
Oh,
So we have a level 1, and anybody is welcome to join that. Those who have gone through the circle for a year move on to another level. So those wouldn't be open.
okay.
But we have people come in via Zoom. It doesn't even have to be in person.
Nice. Yeah, because that was the circles that I was going to be involved with, were the ones on Zoom, and then
Yeah.
there was a chat forum on another.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, I am so happy that it's expanding like that. Congratulations to you all.
This is
Nice.
amazing.
Okay, so if you can provide me with that information too,
Okay.
for people who are curious and are like, hey, this sounds like something for me. And even from the little bit that I was involved, I can say that there's a lot of honoring self. There is a respectful exchange among the community members. And it's a community.
Yes, very much.
It is. And uh, yeah, I'm looking forward to when and if I have time, energy, mind to come in at least for a circle or two. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to ask about that, Mar.
Yeah.
Is if you come into one of these circles, are you able to do a drop in kind of thing, or is it that we prefer that you come each session for.
No, of course. Everyone has sovereignty, so
Beautiful.
they can come and go as they choose. In the priestess circle, it's a little more difficult to move forward to the level 2 group if you haven't attended many of them. That's the only one, though.
Okay. Well, that makes sense too, because that's quite the sisterhood, and there's a lot of learning that would probably be at that level. That.
Yes, and they are actually initiated into priestesshood. So there is a level of knowledge that needs to come with that.
And commitment.
Yes.
Definitely. It's not something that's all willy nilly, frivolously.
No.
You're a priestess. You're a priestess.
Right.
Anyway. Awesome, Mark. Okay, it looks like our time is starting to come to an end, which is too
That went
bad
so
because
fast.
it did go so fast, and I feel like we're just starting to warm up with our conversation. And I reserve the right to have you back and get updates, and even for us to have more time to get together with the idea talking about self.
Let's do that.
All right. Thank you. Okay, everybody, I'm going to start wrapping this up. And I would like to say thank you so much for joining us. And I hope you check out Mars. Well, no, homework. Your homework is to go check out Mars stuff. The links are in the description box. And give her a shout out. Hi. Check out her Priestess and Men's Circle, her poetry. Exciting stuff. I'm looking forward to this new one too. So, until next time, ripples, and we will see you in 2. Stop recording.